No! God, please, no! 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 No!
Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got two replays in the French Tier 7 Premium Light Tank, the AMX 1357. Now this is a really good light tank. I really enjoy this tank, and its meme factor is definitely strong. And that's because of this 57mm gun that it gets. It fires off these rounds like every second on the intro clip. It's hilarious to YOLO someone with it. And you just dump the clip and it's like pew, 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 pew. And you just, you know, absolutely trash them. I mean, the clip potential is only like 800 and something. May even be less than that. It's not the best, and it takes a wee while to get it out, but it is just memes. In terms of its mobility, it's very sluggish. But if it was really quick, then the tank would probably be just way too strong. So we're on this first map, which is Kasserine, and we're basically just going to play the light tank role for the first bit, and that is just to spot these guys up. But now we're out of their spotting, we shut down the MX-12T. Now I was pretty confident with my camo rating and stuff like that I was not going to get spotted by him, so as soon as I got just outside of where his spotting distance was, I unloaded on him and finished him off. And now we're spotting these guys over here. Now the Tiger 1 obviously is a dream, because we can drop multiple shells into him, and we're just going to keep dropping them while we run, because we got spotted by the E25 that was lit up there, and we weren't going to sit around and wait for the shots to come flying in. We just had to go. But, you know, we managed to hit a fair amount of those shots into the Tiger 1. I mean, to be honest, the Tiger 1 was the dream anyway. He was the one that we wanted to see with him being there, because easy to pen, so easy to hit, deal with it. We shut down that other tank, Easy 8, and then we're getting some nice shots into this Tiger 1 now as well, as he decides to YOLO down. But look how fast this tank reloads for this clip as well. It's only like, what, 11 seconds, 12 seconds? It means you can really put the hurt out very, very fast, and it's quite funny for that. Now, unfortunately, we didn't aim right there. We ended up hitting the auto ricochet angle on the Tiger 1. But now we're just going to keep popping shots on the move as we keep going, because again, we don't want to take a hit. That is one thing that's typical of the French tanks, and it's something that's true definitely about this tank, that if you take a shot in the front, you're quite likely to have your engine broken, which I can tell you, it's painful in this tank. You don't go very fast, you don't go anywhere very quickly, and it all goes downhill very fast. So right now, we're YOLOing into these guys here. We want to get to this ridge here to be able to stay safe from these guys and spot out. But now the E25's gone and that other TD looked like he was running, it's time to YOLO in past this Tiger 131. Now, unfortunately, I was chancing it that he'd not realise that I was coming past and he'd miss, but he managed to actually snap me as I came past, and unfortunately he set me on fire. But firefighting does its job, puts it out really quickly. We only lost like 400 health when you consider that he's got 240 average as well, or 220 average. It's not bad. So we're like, you know, actually I'm not going to deal with that Tiger 131. I'm giving up on that because he could wreck my day very quickly. And I'm like, okay, it's time to go for the stirrer mill. We're going to go try and shut this guy down, help our team over here, and while we're on the move, it's like, oh, go on then, let's put some shots on the move. Hit most of them, which is nice. Didn't pen one, I think, and then while we're still rolling, we've put in another two. Then we put the last two into that other light tank there, and then fall back behind this cover here so that we can get a safe reload off. But he's just, this 1357, our counterpart here, is just unloaded on our friends. He's now reloading, and unfortunately kills himself. But that's the way it crumbles. Sometimes people just decide, yeah, you know what, I've done all the damage I can into you, I'm not going to give you any. Jump off a cliff. Because, yeah, fair. But anyway, now the 1357's dead, and then most of the threat to that flank is dead. There's pretty much just these guys over here. So we're going to get to the side of this Tiger 131, and we're basically just going to drop our whole clip into him. And now he's looking towards us, it's like, okay, I'm not taking that, and I'll keep moving and firing. But unfortunately, he managed to snap a shot into us again, and he actually damaged our engine, which is going to the point that I was saying earlier on. You know, the engine does break in this tank quite a lot. So but luckily enough, we've got reusable repair kits, so it means that it's not as much of a worry because we can just put it back in again. So now there's this T-34-2 GFT, and it's like, okay, we're going in. We're going, he's distracted, time to dump the clip. We can finish him off with this, and we do. Now, there's the heavy tank in our base, and there's artillery, which is somewhere. So, we're going to go back to our base to try and shut down this heavy tank, because obviously he is close to our base as well. I mean, we could cap, but yeah, cap. So we're going to go back for the heavy tank, try and get more damage, and the fact is we're one of the quicker tanks on the team as well, so we can actually go back to the cap and reset easily anyway. So yeah, the 1357 is a tank that a lot of people do enjoy. It's definitely not the best light tank going, as in terms of just playing the light tank role, but it's a very good sort of run around, drop clips, hide, reload, drop the clip again sort of tank. It can be quite stealthy as well. I really enjoy this tank. I 3-marked the normal version, the unskinned 1357, and I'm on track to doing this HMH one as well. I think I'm at like 88-89%, something like that. But it's one of those tanks that I've not played all that often recently, so basically what keeps happening is I keep sticking at like 89%, having a good game like this, it goes up to like 89%, then I don't play the tank again for a wee while, so then I end up losing like quite a lot. So now we come across this OI, and it's like, hello friend, dump the whole clip in, managed to just about avoid his shell as he tried to snap it in, and then we pull back behind the ridgeline. He's dead. We're probably not going to be able to get another shot in before we reload, but the light tank doesn't actually shoot him, but then unfortunately gets shut down just as we crest the ridgeline. Now there's only artillery left, and yeah, you've seen another thing that's definitely better for our version than it was on PC, and that is that we have very little ammo. We've only got 6 rounds left for this standard clip, and for the APCR I think we only had 2. And that is something that the 1357 does do, and that is run out of ammo quite easily. And sometimes it runs out of ammo before you can actually carry a game, which is annoying, put it that way. It was worse on PC. It's one thing that they actually listened to us when they brought it over, and that is they increased the ammo capacity of the tank. Because before it was like 50 odd shells, now it's like 72. And that extra 20 odd shells is just definitely what this tank needed. So anyway, we finished that game, we come top with the MVP, finish with 4 kills, 3.6k damage, 2.3k assistance, ace tanker, high caliber, Confederate, sniper medal, and yeah, we're at like, whatever that is with the Mark of Excellence. Like I say, it's one of those things, 86.98, I keep getting it up to around 90% and then I just don't really play it more, and then it just seems to keep dropping even though I have good games. Yeah, it's one of those things, it's one of the annoyances you can get with 3-marking tanks. If you don't actually put the sort of effort into 3-mark them in a session or something like that, they can just drop, and even if you have good games they can just keep dropping and it can be annoying like that. So we're on the second map in the second game, and we're on Mountain Pass, and it's like, well, Mountain Pass, and it's really bottom tier because I think this was during +1 -1, so yeah, it's really bottom tier for us in this game mode. And I'm looking at it going, Mountain Pass, bottom tier, ugh, because you know Mountain Pass isn't the best for light tanks like that, and that's purely because it's pure corridor, and it can be annoying to play on for light tanks, especially when you are bottom tier like this, and you're a tank that, I mean, this tank is amazing when it's top tier because it can just decimate everything. It doesn't have to worry about pen. When it's tier 8, it does struggle, but it's still not that bad. When it's bottom tier tin on, it can be pretty nasty if you're using the standard rounds. But right, I've looked at this T-54E2 and I've decided, you know what, screw it, we're going for it. We're going to cross over to this ridgeline down here, which is dangerous because if they take the ridge above us, then it can be dangerous. But I'm loading the premium rounds because it's like, oh, the T-54E2, I'm not going to pen that unless I fire the Prem. So I pop up and it's like, hello, everybody. And I tried to be a little bit cheeky and I was thinking, you know what, I'm going to try and bait the shot for the SU, and I poked up a little bit too far and he managed to shut us, well, pump a shot into us. Now I've been cheeky again and popping some shots into the SU-130PM while he's on the move. Luckily for me, he doesn't fire, and we reload the AP shells again. Now he's sat there, he's looking like he's going to YOLO us, and it's like, please don't do it. And I'm hoping to get the reload in. And now we're just going to pop some shots into him, try and be cheeky again. Get one shot into his turret, Another one in, and he's fired, so it's like, okay, you've fired. I'm going to auto-aim, pop up, and just keep dumping this clip. Now, unfortunately, some of those shells missed. Some of them I don't know how, and the others just because I was dropping a little bit too low below the ridgeline. Artillery gives the SU a little bit of a slap. We're nearly reloaded again already. He's looking our way. And it's like, okay, I've got the one shot in, that'll do. But he's now moving towards us. It's like, okay, no, I'm just going to, you know, dump my clip and finish you off. So he's gone. And we're reloading that APCR clip again. Because we know the T-54E2 is somewhere around here. And we want to be prepared for when we meet him. Now, I'm looking behind me to see what's happening with our team. And they seem to be holding out on that corner. And I'm looking at where the next potential set of damage is. Now, the bridge is where I want to go. I think that's the T-54E2 on the bridge. Which it is. So we're going to get up behind him, dump our clip into him, and hopefully get a significant amount of damage. So I'm backing up now and swiveling round so that if he does turn around, I can just get out there really quickly. And it's actually not the T-54E2, it's a Defender, which, yeah, it's a Defender, which is not the best tank to be facing. Now, he swivels round and it's like, nope, 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 I'm out, reload, run. Because that Defender is going to be a pain in the backside. He's coming our way, so it's like, okay, I am going to go up here and round here. So I'm like up near their base. I'm just getting away from that Defender because with the 1357, that tank is an absolute pain in the backside to even pen. So I'm not even going to consider dealing with it. I'm just like, you know what, if you're going to come after me, I'm just out of here. Because I am less than a 50-50 for him to one-shot me because he's got 440 alpha. But the thing is, he can still one-shot me, and if RNG says screw you, RNG says screw you. So I'm not chancing it, and I've got away from him. So now we're waiting for that reload, and we are behind the enemy team now, which is something they probably didn't expect. We start unloading into this Super P, and it's like, okay, he's turned into an awkward position. He's actually turned his armour towards our team, and now we're going to dump into the back of the IS-6. And it's waiting for the reload, and you're not waiting around very long, which is something I'm very happy with all the time in any tank I play. If I can be able to reload and then dump a clip again and be back in the fight really quickly, I'm always a happy bunny. So we managed to shut down the IS-6, and here's the Defender. He's back, and it's like, oh, Defender, please. Please, bro. Don't do this. But I'm thinking of running away, but my Vanguard buddy is actually, like, going in, so it's like, okay, you know what, let's go help this bloke. We're trying to pop some shots into his low plate, and as you're seeing, we should be able to pen it, but it's a 50-50 roll on the pen, and unfortunately we bounced quite a few. But now there's this T-44-100, and now we've dumped all our clip. I'm reloading, but our Vanguard is swiveling around, so it's like, okay, I'm going to be reloaded by the time I get there. I'm going to help this Vanguard out, and I'm going to go pump some shots into this T-44-100. We ricochet off his ass as he goes back over the ridgeline. And it's like, okay, I'm just going to keep going. We're going to YOLO this guy and dump our shells, help this Vanguard out as much as possible. And as we go in, he's not focused on us at all. So we get round to his side, so we're going to guarantee pen him, and we shut him down. And that was the end of the game. And that was another very nice game for the 1357, a very nice tank to play. I say, especially when you're top tier, because when you've not got to worry about pens, this tank is great. But yeah, we finished that game with 5 kills, 3.2k damage, ace tanker, and again, it's just another nice game for the tank that is very, very enjoyable. I've really enjoyed playing this tank always, ever since I got it first time round. And it's definitely a good tank to pick up if you are experienced with light tanks and the sort of playstyle. So as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
A great success!